So, here we are about to embark on an epic journey, a journey that's never been embarked on before by mankind.
I'm give a little bit of backstory behind this. So I've just gotten myself a tablet, an Android tablet, and I was like, I wonder how good this thing will be at reading manga or comics or something like that. So I couldn't think of any manga websites, so I decided let's go to Fakku, which is a hentai website, as you should know by now, and it contains great stories such as Sinai's Cream Bread. And I saw one which was called Bra Girl, and I thought, this looks like it will be really, really retarded. So I gave it a read, and it is just the most retarded hentai manga I've ever read. Now, I'll give you information. There is no hentai in this, or at least nothing more than what you would see from like an 8 o'clock TV show. So there's nothing bad in here. It's alright. It's all PG. So let's dive right.
Apparently it's an ecchi manga.
Yeah, it's a little bit ecchi, but it's perfectly safe. No more than what you'd see from like a normal ecchi anime. So let's dive right in.
And we decided, let's do it.
So
on the front cover,
it's got a person, got a girl, and she's like, I have a D. So
I have a D. That already looks very promiscuous.
Yeah.
I like her England or Southern flag tie.
Well,
I personally enjoy that.
I'm not sure what that would be representing, but it's...
Maybe she's from down south or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So let's go to the next page, and we have the ecchi scene here, where she's making out with some dude, and he's like, Harka, I like you.
And she's like, oh, me too. I like you too, man whose name I don't know. Yes, that sounds completely, like, 100% legitimate. Perfectly.
I don't know.
Perfectly legitimate.
Yeah. Like, you just talk to someone and you're like, man, I don't know. Yeah, so there's this
That's
clearly
exactly
a
how I
dream
would say that, too.
Right here. Go to the next scene, and
I don't know about you, that's exactly
I can't
how
even
I'd
read
say that.
what that text says. I think it says for uck, or fuck, or I don't know, but someone's...
I think it says guck. He's retching
Guck.
in her mouth. I think he's vomiting in her mouth.
Oh,
That's what
we're
it
into
is.
two
That's the
girls,
sound
one
of
cup
vomiting.
now.
This is the sound of girls vomiting. What is with like the bubble on her hair there? That
I have no clue. Maybe she's like stoned, or...
Japanese people. So the next panel, I'm scared. I'm scared. This is my first time. And with all random little bits of Japanese text everywhere, which this bed just materialized out of nowhere, in case anybody didn't notice that.
And if we look down in this other panel, it's again, looks like he's just puking in her mouth again.
Yeah, like their tongues like all fucked up. Like, what is up with Japanese people and like emphasizing like the saliva? Dude, look at he's drooling. Like there's drool dripping right from her mouth like a fucking faucet. That's fucking nasty.
It's like way too much to be normal. And
a kiss? A kiss?
yes, because you wouldn't expect a kiss in the middle of sex.
I love the next panel, how her clothes dematerialize, like slowly dematerializing. No, this is embarrassing.
Like, in this panel, she had like all her clothes on, and now they just disappeared. But let's just ignore it.
This is embarrassing, not here.
Then they carry on making out, and they're busy touching each other up. Let's just go to the next page, because this page is just making out. And again, yeah.
Oh, and then we get a big exposition of him sucking on her bra.
Well, he's more sucking above it. No, he's sucking on the strap. If you look at the positioning of it. So he's got a fetish for like bra straps? I don't know.
I guess so.
And he's gonna touch her, and you know, that's something you'd expect in the middle of sex as well. You know, if you're having sex and you're not touching each other, then there's something weird. And then she wakes up, and as we said, it's a dream. And she's busy making out with a bear.
And she wakes up next to Pedo Bear. Very important.
Yeah. And the next page, and she's like, I had this dream again. And then she's like...
What an erotic dream.
Yes, because when I wake up after having a wet dream, I'm like, what an erotic dream that was.
That was quite the fancy.
And she's like, maybe I read some hentai manga before I went to sleep. Maybe she read, like, Sinai's Cream Bread. And then her mum barges on in, tells her that it's morning, as if I couldn't figure that out because the alarm clock fucking.
What's up with her mom's eyes in this next panel here? If you don't get up, she looks like she's about to fucking commit mass murder.
It's like in old Disney cartoons when someone's like going crazy, like they're really borderline crazy. Their eyes start spinning around in spirals and shit.
She looks like fucking Higurashi character right now. And then the next panel is just absolutely the greatest bit of imagery and artwork ever crafted by mankind.
It is
Morning Wood. You want to see my trouser snake, Mom?
Well, if we go to the next page, apparently she's been getting boners before. So we can see what they meant on the front cover when she says she has a D. She has a dick. I especially like the little exclamation mark and question mark pointing to the dick. So the first...
It's like, we don't know what that is.
Like, they have to point it out. Yeah, I didn't notice there's a giant penis there before. We've got to point it out, just in case the viewers didn't notice that first time.
What is this?
What? Did she leave her vibrator in all night?
I love how her mom walks in on her morning erection and she's just like, okay then, get ready. She's like, okay, I'm cool with this.
It's like, oh, shit, again? Oh well, let's carry on. Get up, have your breakfast, get your shit to school. And her sexual drives are really strong, apparently.
Sexual drives. So, apparently, her name is Ooey.
Ooey or Ooey.
How do you pronounce a name that's just O-O-I?
Let's say it's Ooey. She's Ooey, and she's going to miss her train, and she's a 16-year-old high school freshman. Just like anyone you'd expect in any anime, they're always 16 years old.
I like how we have the shot of like the one with gigantically enormous breasts, and she's just staring at him for like no reason.
And she's like,
my
like
chest
not even
looks like
hiding
a
the
runway.
fact. Like you look at the panel at the top, she's like standing there, like she could just wait a little bit, like stand back a bit, but no, she has to get a really good close look at her tits. Like the woman, I don't even know how she didn't even miss that.
I like how the tits are making a jiggling sound. That's very important to point out. I think that's great creative writing that they need to point that out, that the tits made a jiggling noise.
And her chest looks like a runway, apparently. Well, if you've got a dick, then your hormones are definitely up the wop. So, of course, your chest is going to be flat.
Because I'm very concerned about what her chest looks like.
when she's got a fucking dick.
When the dick comes out, that's the only thing I'm really concerned about. I was like, are the tits good enough? Wow. A lot of me has yet to fully mature. Worst of all, I'm a girl, but... ... Exposition.
Next page.
I have a dick. She has a dick. I have a dick. I have a dick. I like, if you notice on this panel, look where the skirt pleats are going. It kind of looks like the dick's like on the side of her leg there, doesn't it? Like we can't really tell where the dick is hiding.
Well, her whole skirt is like fucked up. The shape of it is really, really weird.
I think she has two dicks. Based on this picture, it looks like she has two
So the
dicks.
correction should be, I have 2 dicks.
So then they actually go and explain it, which is something that a lot of Futanari mangas would never bother doing.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh yeah, it's Bible Black. She has a dick, no explanation needed. She's cursed by Satan.
So, at least in this one, this author actually took the time to explain it. He says, in the world where we live, it seems there's actually a third sex. Although you're a girl, one day... but out of the blue, it seems you get a dick. At first, people were keeping it under wraps, but lately there have been some people who have come out and become popular artists. So,
could this be a reference to Lady Gaga, perhaps? When was this made? This could be a reference to that.
We'll have to have a look into that.
It's just a third sex just starts appearing. Really? Just out of nowhere. But like, really, just one day you're just walking around and suddenly you got a dick. Does that mean that eventually there will be men that'll grow a vagina?
So one day they wake up and their penis is falling off, and it's like, where's the super glue?
It's gonna be like the movie Bad Biology. Oh, God.
And the other thing I find confusing about this is the fact that these popular artists are just going around saying, yeah, I'm a woman, but I actually have a dick. So,
Lady
continue
Gaga
fapping if you want to, but, I do have a dick.
If I was a woman and I had a dick, I would say that after I was like, I would first become like a supermodel, and then like after everyone's like totally done fapping to me, I'd be like, oh, by the way, I have a dick, just to fuck with them. But moving on, some did interviews and the likes. Others got physicals and had the doctors give reports on them. What? Why?
Compared to the past, I don't get that. It's just let's move right on.
Compared to the past, people are much more understanding now, or so it seems. Well, regardless of how many times it's happened before, I don't think I would ever get used to people just suddenly having a dick.
I don't think it's something that we should be getting used to either. I mean, you just wake up one day and suddenly you got a dick. Like, it just happened overnight.
I think it's kind of like bad for humanity to get used to people just suddenly getting dicks.
You see, this isn't actually a medical condition that's only in this world. It actually exists in our world too. It's called taking far too much fucking steroids, and your steroids like really screw up your hormones, and you grow a dick as a result.
You grow a dick, or you're just born as Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
I can't help but continuously make reference to that. I know Lady Gaga fans are gonna get mad, but you know what? I don't give a fuck.
So let's go to the next page, and she's like, I could never do that. I would never tell anybody about this. People always say that girls with one have a bigger sex drive than all girls, and guys hate them for that. And I'm like...
Yes, that's why they hate them. They hate them for wanting to have sex more, because every guy would never want a woman to have more sex ever.
I want women to have sex more than they currently do.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't care at all about the dick. They just care that their sex drive is big, and it just hurts their egos so much.
Yeah. No, the problem is not the sex drive. The problem is that you've got a fucking dick, woman. So, no, don't try to put excuses onto that. And the thing is, even if you wouldn't tell anyone, I think that's going to be pretty damn obvious when you finally take your guy home. You're like, making out, and suddenly he's like, oh, what's this in your pants?
Oh, that's a dick.
You got a strap on?
That's just my dick. Just my dick. Don't worry about it.
Just work around it. We'll get past this.
We'll get past this. So I wonder if he's here today too. I guess the truth is, if a guys knows a girl has one, he'll back off. Mistranslation there. Well, with an unattractive body like mine, I won't ever have that problem. As she's like looking at some guy going, he's here. Cleared the demand from her dream earlier.
So she's been fantasizing about this dude on the train that she happens to know. Interesting. Next page.
Yes, today's a good day. I get to breathe the same air as him, alright? That is not stalkerish at all. That is not even remotely stalkerish sounding in the slightest.
That is
perfectly normal.
That is just something that normally happens. I'm always like, I'm glad I get to breathe the same air as such and such.
And apparently he's tired.
Yeah.
Apparently he's tired. A man whose name I do not know. Voldemort. He's Voldemort. He who must not be named. After you helped me out that one time, I've been interested in you. It's been about 6 months now. It's been 3 months since I found out you always ride this train. My legs are tired. I wish I was taller. Okay, so basically what she's saying is 6 months ago, this guy helped her somehow, and she's been stalking him for 6 months now.
And he hasn't noticed that this girl's always staring at him for the last 6 months. He hasn't, he's got one of two options. He could, ask her out, or he could tell her, stop fucking staring at me because you're creeping me the shit out. And he's chosen to just stand there being tired instead.
This girl is so fucking promiscuous, too. She's fucking stalking him for like 6 months. You can't tell me she doesn't have any kind of desire about him. Especially with the sexual dream she just had earlier. Yeah. So she's like, of course, I've never spoken to him.
So I don't even know how he helped her out 6 months ago.
How did he help her if she never spoke to him?